Shalom. Numbers 11 ended with graves named after craving. Numbers 12 opens in the very next camp, Hazeroth. And this time the challenge is not from a mixed multitude at the bottom of the camp. This time it comes from the top. Miriam and Aaron, the sister and brother of Moshe, begin to speak against him. They use his wife as the opening, but the Creator is not fooled. The Creator hears what is really being said, and the Creator calls all the siblings, the three siblings, to the tent of meeting to answer for it. Welcome to AsahxMusic Torah Studio, where we worship with sax and walk in Torah. Numbers 12 is the shortest chapter so far in the wilderness journey, only 16 verses, but it carries one of the most important warnings in the entire Torah. Be careful who you speak against and why. The chapter moves through four movements. The complaint, Miriam and Aaron challenge Moshe's authority using his Cushite wife as the opening. The Creator's response. The Creator summons all three siblings to the tent of meeting and declares Moshe's unique standing. The judgment. Miriam is struck with leprosy. Aaron confesses. Moshe intercedes. And the restoration. Miriam is shut outside the camp for 7 days, and the entire camp waits for her before moving on. Numbers 12 teaches that the calling the Creator places on a life is not up for debate, not even by a family. Numbers 12 opens with a detail that has generated centuries of discussion. So we're going to read verses 1 to 2 of Numbers and we see what it brings for us. Numbers 12 verses 1 to 2 says, Now Miriam and Aaron spoke against Moshe because of the Cushite woman whom he had taken, for he had taken a Cushite woman. And they said, Has the Creator spoken only through Moshe? Has he not also spoken through us? And the Creator heard it. The surface complaint is the wife, but the very next verse reveals a real one. Has the Creator spoken only through Moshe? Has he not spoken through us also? The wife is the doorway, but authority is the room they actually walked into. I want you to notice three things in these two verses. One, Miriam is named first, which suggests she led the conversation. Both Aaron and Miriam are involved. The Creator does not allow Aaron to distance himself from what he participated in. And the Creator heard it, the same phrase that appeared in Numbers 11 verse 1. When the people complained, the Creator's ears are open. What is said in the family tent is not hidden from the Creator. They started with his wife, but the Creator heard what they were really saying. Numbers 12 shows the surface complaint is rarely the real complaint. Moshe was a meek man. Before the Creator responds, the Torah inserts one of the most remarkable parenthetical statements in the entire 5 books. Now Moshe was a very humble man, more so than any man on the face of the earth. So we look at that verse that speaks to Moshe's humility. This is not Moshe's self-evaluation. This is the Torah's declaration, and its placement here is intentional. Miriam and Aaron are questioning Moshe's authority, and the Creator is about to defend it. But before the Creator defends it, the Torah tells us why the Creator defends it. Not because Moshe is the most powerful, most eloquent, or most impressive man in the camp, but because he is the most humble. The meekness of Moshe is not weakness. It is the quality that made him the safest vessel for the Creator's voice. A proud man with the Creator's authority becomes a tyrant. A humble man with the Creator's authority becomes a channel. The Creator trusts Moshe with face-to-face communication, not because Moshe demands it, but because Moshe does not. The Creator did not defend Moshe because he was powerful. The Creator defended Moshe because he was humble. Numbers 12 verse 3 says, the meekest man on earth is the one the Creator speaks to face. Let's look at verses 4 through to 8. And suddenly the Creator said to Moshe and Aaron and Miriam, "You three, come out to the tent of the appointment." So the three came out. And the Creator came down in a column of cloud and stood in the door of the tent and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both went forward. And he said, "Hear my words. If your prophet is of the Creator, I make myself known to him in a vision, and I speak to him in a dream. Not so with my servant Moshe. He is trustworthy in all my house. I speak with him mouth to mouth and plainly, and not in riddles, and he sees the form of the Creator. So why were you not afraid to speak against my servant Moshe?" So we see they are called to the tent, and they were expected to respond. The Creator's response was immediate and direct. Called the three siblings. Then he came down in a pillar of cloud and stood at the entrance of the tent. And he separates them from Moshe. The Creator's declaration is a masterclass in the difference between levels of revelation. If there's a prophet among you, I, the Creator, make myself known to him in a vision. I speak with him in a dream. Not so with my servant Moshe. I speak to him mouth to mouth plainly and not in riddles. He beholds the very likeness of the Creator. The Creator is not saying visions and dreams are inferior. The Creator is saying Moshe's relationship is in a class of its own. And Miriam and Aaron, who are themselves prophets, should have known this and feared to speak against it. The Creator said, I speak to other prophets in visions and dreams, but with Moshe, mouth to mouth, plainly, not in riddles. Numbers 12 asks, why were you not afraid to speak against the one I speak to that way? Let's move on to verses 9 through to 13. And the displeasure of the Creator burned against them, and he left. And the cloud turned away from the tent above the tent. And look, Miriam was leprous, as white as snow. And Aaron turned toward Miriam, and looked, a leper. And Aaron said to Moshe, O my master, please do not hold against us the sin in which we have done foolishly and in which we have sinned. Please do not let her be as the one dead when coming out of his mother's womb, with his flesh half consumed. And Moshe cried out to the Creator, saying, O El, please heal her. Please. So Miriam is struck with leprosy, and the Creator's anger burned against them, and Aaron turned and seized her and immediately confessed to Moshe, O my Lord, please do not hold us against us the sin which we have committed in our folly. Do not let her be like one dead. Two things stand out here. Aaron calls Moshe my Lord. The same brother he just questioned now appeals to him with submission. Moshe does not hesitate. The man they spoke against immediately cries out to the Creator, O Creator, please heal her. Please. 5 words in Hebrew, one of the shortest prayers in the Torah, and one of the most powerful. Moshe's intercession for Miriam is a proof of the meekness of the Torah described. A lesser man would have stood back and let the judgment complete. Moshe ran toward the Creator on behalf of the one who spoke against him. The Creator's calling does not require you to retaliate. The Creator's calling equips you to intercede. They spoke against Moshe. He prayed for them. That is the signature of a life that has been broken into meekness. Not silence out of fear, but prayer out of love. Let's read on the final few verses from 14 to 16. And the Creator spoke to Moshe, if her father had but spit in her face, would she not be ashamed 7 days? Let her be shut out of the camp 7 days, and after that let her be readmitted. And Miriam was shut out of the camp 7 days, and the people did not set out until Miriam was readmitted. And afterward, the people departed from Hazeroth, and they camped in the wilderness of Paran. So we see 7 days outside the camp. The Creator answered Moshe's prayer, but he does not remove the consequence entirely. Miriam is to be shut outside the camp for 7 days. The Creator uses the image of a father who has expressed displeasure. The appropriate response is a period of shame and reflection before restoration. The most remarkable detail is what the camp does. The people did not set out on the march until Miriam was brought back in. The entire camp, hundreds of thousands of people with the cloud and the ark, waits for Miriam. This is not the Creator abandoning her. This is the Creator honoring her place in the community, even within the discipline. The Creator disciplines the ones He loves, but He does not discard them. This is a very interesting lesson for us to take note of. And after that, the people set out from Hazeroth and encamped in the wilderness of Paran. The journey continues, but it continues with a lesson of Numbers 12 written into the sand. Be careful who you speak against and why. The Creator is always listening. Thank you for joining. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And as promised, I will play some music for us as we meditate on the words of the Torah.